This assessment asks us to predict the product for this Diels-Alder reaction. Neither of the pieces in this Diels-Alder reaction are symmetric, and so we need to account for the regiochemistry for this particular reaction. We need to plot the partial positives and negative charges in order to figure out which atoms will attack which other atoms in this reaction. The methoxy group is what I noticed first. It is an electron donating group. It's going to donate electrons toward carbon number 4, and that's going to make carbon number 4 a partial negative carbon. This alkyl group is also an electron donating group, and alkyl groups stabilize neighboring partial positive charges, neighboring carbocations through hyperconjugation, and so the carbon number 1 will be partially positive. This alkyl group off of carbon number 5 does the same thing, and so that will make carbon number 5 partially positive. And this electron withdrawing group is pulling electron density away from carbon number 5, and that will make carbon number 6 partially negative. By plotting our partial charges here, we'll see we form a bond between carbon 4 and carbon 5, and carbon 6 and carbon 1. So our arrow pushing mechanism then would have carbon number 4 attacking carbon number 5, carbon number 6 attacking carbon number 1, and the double bond shifting between carbons 2 and 3. So the skeleton for our product will be our traditional cyclohexene skeleton. I'm going to go ahead and bring my carbon numbers back in, make sure I don't get anything in the wrong place. Our methyl group will be on carbon number 1. The methoxy group will be on carbon number 3. I can go ahead and draw that one in. Carbon number 3 is still sp2 hybridized, which means it's flat trigonal planar, which means there are no wedges and dashes on carbon number 3. You cannot put any wedges or dashes on an sp2 hybridized carbon. For carbon number 1, it is an outer substituent, so in our traditional orientation for this molecule, outer substituents get rotated down onto dashes, so the methyl group on carbon number 1 will be on a dash. The endo rule for our diene, our dienophile, says that the carbonyl group will be the one that's tucked underneath our ring in our resulting product, and so our ester group will be on a dash as well. This is a trans dienophile, and so they'll have a trans orientation in the product. And so we'll have our methyl group on carbon number 5 on a wedge. This is when we draw the product from its traditional orientation, where the diene is on top and the dienophile is on bottom. This is a racemic product, and the other enantiomer would form from the other perspective, where the diene is on bottom and the dienophile is on top. This is our Diels-Alder product for this particular Diels-Alder reaction.